Poundcast. Today we have on our show Warren Tin, and that's him right here. But we'll get to that soon. But first, check this out. I got 2 bags right here, Brent.
Oh, how about that?
Louisville Vegan Jerky. And they are our sponsors today. If you go to LouisvilleVeganFoods.com, you can get 20% off your entire order by using the code word Poundcast. And this stuff is bagged in Louisville. We went to the home base.
We went to the home of Louisville.
We went to the home of Louisville Vegan Jerky, and this has a shelf life of 9 months, and it's the best jerky out there, and it's certified plant-based. And since our founding in 2012, Louisville Vegan Jerky Co. has been an entirely independent and family-run business, okay? We employ a kick-ass crew of Louisvillians who cook, pack, and ship our craveable, cruelty-free jerky to folks all over the world. So you can't go wrong. Go to LouisvilleVeganFoods.com. Use the code word Poundcast and get 20% off. Or you can buy it at, if you don't want to do that, get it at Whole Foods.
Where's the bag, just out of curiosity?
Where's it bagged?
Yeah.
In Louisville. We saw it being bagged in the USA, fool.
Oh, wow. And can I ask you this?
Yes.
How long, if I want to store some for later, how long could I store it for?
It's got a 9-month shelf life.
Is that right?
That's right.
Did you know that?
I don't know. Well, I don't eat meat.
We didn't introduce him yet.
We didn't. You're not even okay.
No.
You're not even here right now. Not even here right now.
So thank you to Louisville Vegan Foods. And if you want to support us in other ways, join our Patreon, patreon.com/poundcast. And when you do that, you get access to the After Dark programming, which you can have access to all the old After Darks. And this episode, where we talk to Warner even longer than the main free episode. You understand?
You understand?
You understand?
I understand.
Okay. I like saying you understand.
I understand.
You understand?
I understand.
Okay. Patreon.com/Poundcast. Do that. Support us. And that's how the show is done. That's how we make this show keep going. It's a just like Louisville Vegan Foods, it's a mom and pop family run show. And it's probably been going since 2012 too. Maybe not that long, but
Just about.
just about.
So, if you also want to watch visuals of the show, youtube.com/the Poundcast.
That's right. We're on YouTube. We are on Instagram.com/ThePoundcast. Twitter.com/ThePoundcast.
The Poundcast. But the Patreon is just...
But the Patreon is what you want.
No.
Patreon.com/Poundcast.
Yeah, no, there's no the...
No, they'll figure that out.
Yeah,
They'll figure
it out.
Well, let's talk to Warren Tin, huh? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else.
Anything else?
Check out the Chicken Coop Mondays at 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube.com/Brian Weinbach.
There you go. Check out all my socials. But I feel like if anyone, I don't need to plug anything. I feel like if anyone's listening to this, they know where to find me.
Yeah.
I'm opening for Tenacious D in September.
Is that right?
So look that up. And the East
In
Coast.
December?
September.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Look that up. I'll be with them on the East Coast. And maybe into the Midwest a bit too. I want to see some pound pimples there during my opening set. Anyway, we'll see you there.
Now we're
going to
talk
talk to him in a second. Let's roll the
musician.
Let's roll the theme song and we'll get into it. All right, roll the clip. You want to help us roll the clip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Roll the clip.
Roll the
Yeah,
clip.
like this. You go like that. And then you look over like this.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent are talking to some pimples. Doug and Brett will talk to their friends, and Doug and Brett talking on the Poundcast. All right, welcome to Office Hours with the cool. Not. Oh my God. Take it from the top.
I can't believe you said that.
Well, with the amount of times you said Patreon.com, I can get one. Okay, let it roll. Welcome to the Poundcast. This is DJ Doug Pound saluting with my left hand. It's probably the wrong way to do it.
I'll
But check out this jacket real quick. See if you can see that.
Oh, look at that.
It's the Dog Pound logo.
Ah.
My friend made it for me as a gift. He has an actual embroidering machine. Anyway.
Hey, how about
just
that?
a little tidbit for you.
Hey, you know, and you're looking good, all shaved. You kind of. I haven't seen you this cleanly. I mean, you still have a little bit going on, but I haven't seen you this
have a
closely shaved in a long time. And you look good. You look fresh.
Well, thanks, man.
Got a fresh look today.
We have our guest here, Warren Tin, but your real name is Warner.
Yes.
Is your last name a secret, or you want to be a mystery? Or do you want to just say
let's be a mystery.
Really? Because I don't even know what it is.
That works. You know what? Yeah, keep people guessing. Create a barrier of mystique. I think that's important in a performer.
Is it a Google search away?
Yeah. I mean, like, I want to be Warrenton. Like, I want not people to be like, "What's your real name?" I want to be like, "Oh, my real name is Warrenton." Yeah. I want to go by Warrenton.
I want to be Doug Pound. I don't want people to say my Christian name.
Is that true?
I think it's cooler.
Really?
Why are you so shocked about that?
Well, no, I mean, okay.
Actually, my real last name is kind of interesting too. But
I think your real name, but I didn't know that your preferred name was.
Well, look, when I'm like performing and I'm hanging out, I should be Doug Pound. But you know, when you're rolling the credits and it's like executive produced by, then you can use my real name.
So let me ask you something.
Or edited by.
Do you prefer?
Oh, wait, not even edited by.
For this show, do you prefer to use your Doug Pound name?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's called the Poundcast.
Okay.
Anyway, Warner does music called Warren Tin. And I asked you the other day, this is kind of an interesting, I was thinking, is Warren Tin like a play on your name?
Yeah.
And you said, yeah. So what happened again?
So,
oh, I bet your last name has tin in it. It starts with tin.
Not even.
No. No, I just like, you know, growing up, everybody always gets my name wrong. I get Warren a lot, Wagner.
I called him Warren.
I get that all the time though. I don't get mad. Like I kind of love it.
I go with it too sometimes.
Yeah, I'll let somebody call me Wagner the entire day, and then somebody will be like, "Oh, yo, I think it's Warner."
There's a guy in my apartment building who thinks my name is Dan for some reason, and I don't talk to him that enough to want to bother correcting him.
Yeah.
But every time he sees me, he's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, Dan?"
I
just let it roll.
I just let it roll.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I imagine you do the same, yeah?
Yeah, and I mean, this Don character can be like, have his own secret life. You can make a whole backstory for him.
Yeah, that's true, actually. It's an opportunity to transform.
Yeah, exactly.
Role play.
Yeah.
So do you do that too?
I don't do the whole role play thing. I don't create like a backstory. I just go with it. And I never correct people.
Me too. When I give someone my name, I don't know, maybe do this. I'll say, oh, okay, my name is Brent. And then they'll say, Brian? I say, yeah. I just go with it because it's not, who cares?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't, if they ask, I usually say, oh no, it's like Warner. And I'll be like Time Warner Cable or something. And they're like, oh, okay. But it's really not a...
If they ask me, I just say, no, it's fine. Brian's fine.
Brian.
They say, oh, that's wrong. I said, yeah, but it is, but don't worry about it. Sometimes I'll even say that.
Do you ever like add something in there? It's like Dr. Brian or like Little Brian.
I should.
Yeah.
I should do that. I like that.
Yeah, so I just get all these variations of Warner, and then one time I got Warrenton. I was like, it was a friend.
Oh, that's
it was like
mistake.
Yeah, it was like a friend of a friend, and I was like, spell that, and it was like Worntin. I was like, that's crazy. You thought my name was Warrenton.
Oh, wow. So it's not even Warren. It's worn as in
W-O-R-N.
It's worn out tin.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Warren tin.
So, yeah, I really liked it though. I think coming up with a band name or finding a band name that fits is really, really hard, and that just, I think
when one is given to you, you go with it.
Yeah. I think that those are also always the best when it's like, how did you get that band name? And it just sounds like things just came together. You know, it's like, oh, we took the letter of each.
It is like an interesting, like, I thought it was an old-timey phrase or something, you know? Mm-hmm. But yeah, good job there.
And it's great because I call my fans tin heads. I call
Tin Men. Maybe the guys
Tin Men.
Tin Men. Oh,
any Tin Men out there? How about the worn ladies? I don't know.
And then my studio where I write music, that's the Tin House.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of wordplay.
You can go. There's so many ways you can go with tin. You know, there's so many different tins you can do. You know, have tin house.
Wait, what was
tin
that?
Hat? You can sell tin hats.
I thought about that, like aluminum foil hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
I wonder if you can sell a hat that looks kind of shiny like aluminum or something, or tin or whatever.
You know what? Aluminum is not tin.
Sure, but
tin is
tin
its own
foil
element.
but it can look like a tin foil though.
Exactly.
And but it's not actually made of tin foil. It's made of.
It's like the etching on it. It's like the stitching, right? Is what you're talking about?
Well, or just there's some way where it's not going to be tin foil, but that it's good. It's stronger material, but it just has a metallic look to it or something like that. You know?
Yeah, they make hats like that. With like they look like it's made out of metal or it's shiny or whatever, or it reflects, but you can wash it. You know?
Right? Yeah. So
This
maybe
one's
kind
kind of shiny actually. Can you see that?
Great hat.
A little bit.
That's from the bar.
From Waltz.
Yeah. That place is really cool.
I need a new hat. You know, they have merch at restaurants sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, who's ever buying that? And then I looked at the hats and I'm like, I'm going to be that guy now. I'm going to buy that hat right now.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, not to derail it, but...
You ever get a shirt from like In-N-Out? Or like socks from In-N-Out?
There's In-N-Out
No,
socks.
I don't eat In-N-Out, and I think...
Are you vegan?
Yeah.
You
but
said,
I went there the other day and I got fried. Well... I mean, I had some and I'm not like super hardcore strict. I mean, I had some like we were sampling different candies earlier, and I tried some candies with like milk in it. But I was at In-N-Out
Where
recently.
were you sampling different candies? That sounds like a dream job.
Well, we had Joe Mandy on, and we were thinking of a game to play with him, and he likes candy, so we were doing Mandy's candies.
Oh, nice.
So he brought in all these different candies, and we were trying them and rating them.
Nice. Okay.
Which we've talked about candies at length on this show. We can get into it if you want.
Yeah, do you do candies?
Do you do candy?
You know, I'm not much of a sweets guy.
That's fine.
Yeah. I appreciate them. I can't do gummies. I like chocolate, but I stay away from caffeine, so like I can only have a little bit of chocolate.
You don't do any caffeine?
No, zero. I had a caffeine overdose.
You had a caffeine overdose?
Yeah.
What happened?
What?
So growing up in high school,
I have one a week.
You have one coffee a week or a caffeine overdose a week?
I mean, I don't know if it's not like I need to go to the hospital, but yeah.
Like that panic attack,
sometimes
the
I'm
sweat.
just like, I'm like, I feel like
you're grinding
weird.
your teeth.
It's not like a grinding.
You kind of got your eyes all big. You're sitting around your house like this.
No, it's almost like
I can't wait to go outside.
No, it's like this weird like feeling of dread or something, right?
Yeah.
So what happened?
So in high school, I never
coffees
did.
In high school?
Well, no, I never like really like dabbled in like drugs and stuff, but I was hanging with the kids that we like to do like the homeopathic or the obscure kind of way to get high. So like one of them was this idea my friend Jake came up with, where we just see how long we could stay up without sleeping. And the way you do it is you don't look at any screens or TVs. Like, so we had a friend whose parents were out of town for the weekend. We were like, let's do 3 days staying up. And so on the third day, it's crazy because you really like you start to trip.
It's called there's a word for that. It's called some kind of hallucinations due to
paranoid. You get
no. It's just the word of not sleeping. It's the
sleep deprived.
Insomnia.
Sleep deprivation.
Deprivation.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
wait, how old? What age or what grade were you in? I know you're in high school.
This is right out of high school, so
it's right after
18
high
or
school.
19.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So I did 3 days without sleeping.
That's crazy.
And then freaking out.
Wait, hold on. How did you
what were you
do
doing
it?
those 3? How did you stay up?
How did you stay up?
It was me and a bunch of friends, so we were like playing puzzles, and I remember I had to go pick up my brother from like he told me to go pick him up. I think this was day 2 or day 1 or 2. He's like, I need you to come pick me up from the airport or a friend's house or whatever. And I remember driving, and it looked I was seeing like the turtle shells and like Mario Kart like on the road, and I told him I was
so
like
you're tripping.
I was tripping pretty
tripping.
hard. Yeah. And he had to drive home because I was like, I shouldn't be driving. And And then on the third day, I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep going. Because you go through these phases where like you get really tired and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to fall asleep. And then you're like, whoa, I actually have some energy and I can keep going. And I decided to have a triple espresso. And yeah, and that it's funny because it kicked in kind of thing. Like the first 15 minutes after drinking, I was feeling great. And then it kicked into this like, oh my God, I gotta run. I have to run as fast as I possibly can. I was like, oh my God, I gotta sleep. Like I have to go to sleep. My breath, like I couldn't catch my breath, and everything was going dark. And I just remember going to my parents' house. Like I freaked out, so I drove to my mom's house, and she had to like literally sit on me because I was talking so fast. And I called both my parents and told them I was dying. I had like the full freak out, like classic,
That is crazy.
And she had to like sit on my arms and like pin me down. I was just like screaming at me, telling me to go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And
like, Mom and Dad, I got something to tell you. She's like, what is it, son? Is it okay? Are you gay? No. Are you, okay, did you smoke marijuana? No. Okay, you drank too much? No. I didn't sleep. It's like kind of a funny thing to.
Yeah. I drank espresso.
Yeah.
I drank triple.
I went to Starbucks. She's like, no, not my son.
Yeah.
So wait a sec. I'm just really curious about this. This is interesting. So what activity you did? Puzzles, you said. What else did you do? What I mean, what do you do for 3 days?
Wait, were you like, getting tired like day 2? Like, nah, I gotta see those turtles, man. I gotta stay up. Yeah. I gotta see those Mario.
How did you stay up together? I'm just wondering what activities.
So we would leave the house. It's not like we were locked in the house, and this house was in Venice. So like we went to the beach. Like we were doing things, but what I've noticed is like, I mean, if I had tried that now, there's no way I can make it past one day. Like I think when you're younger, you just have that kind of, energy to keep going. You have that like adrenaline.
So what would you do when you didn't look at any screens? There was no movies, no.
I mean, I think there would be seconds where we would turn on the TV and be like, oh no, wait, no TV, you can't do that. Or
because
like,
that stuff will make you fall asleep.
It's not because it will make you fall asleep. I think it interrupts the like your eyes, whatever, your brain or whatever.
Oh.
Like it's like if you want a natural.
Right.
What about, so you didn't play video games because that can keep you up?
No, we didn't play video games and we didn't go on our phones. We may have like texted and things like that, but yeah, and like. All my friends were fine. Like I think a few of them ended up going to sleep. My friend Alex, like I don't think he got coffee. He was smart, and then it was only me that had this like horrible.
I don't know if it's I think I'm not saying you should drink coffee, but maybe it's not the coffee. Maybe it's the 3 days of no sleep.
No, for sure. But the thing is, after that, like I had like a can of Coca-Cola, and I felt like just a kid on like massive amounts of sugar. Like I had one Coke and I was like, it
affected you so that where any caffeine now will just.
It blew my like caffeine level, so I'm like back at beginner level now. Yeah. So even like not milk chocolate, but like a dark chocolate, depends like how much I eat. Like I can feel the kind of like kick from
even the chocolate,
like dark chocolate,
such a mild amount.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
By the way, I stopped drinking caffeine. I never drank a ton of it, but I stopped when I was 16.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it since. I mean, I have dark chocolate every, whatever. But no, I don't drink Coca-Cola, anything, none of that. Yeah.
The only one I'll do is, so I sometimes will do like a chai latte, but I like sip it so slowly, and then I'll do the kombucha. I like kombucha. Yeah, and that like I treat it like an energy drink. Like is there
caffeine in that?
Yeah, but like very little, because it's fermented tea. It's like a fermented green black tea.
I don't even any tea. Well, I only drink herbal tea. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite herbal tea?
420, baby, right? Herbal.
Yeah.
I drink that herbal. You know what I'm saying? I drink that herbal. I wouldn't say I have a favorite. I like just for a variety of flavors. I like fun flavors.
You like? I think you say it's Rubios.
That's good. I like that. Rooibos.
I drink tea, uncaffeinated tea all the time.
What do you like?
I like mushroom. They have these different mushroom teas. It doesn't taste great, but it's mostly for health. I'm like consuming mushrooms like a lot. I'm doing mushroom gummies.
Really?
I'll drink.
So you're like doing the microdose kind of thing?
Tom Kha soup any chance I get.
Is Tom Kha mushroom? I think it was like a.
Yeah, it's coconut milk with like mushrooms and.
There's mushrooms in it. Yeah,
there's mushrooms
because it's like a lemon ginger grass.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah.
No, but I'll do hibiscus.
Cool. Okay.
Lemon ginger tea. Hitting those a lot. Lemon balm. I think that's what it's called. Lemon balm tea.
Lemon balm.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
So do you have a sensitivity to other substances, and do you abstain from other substances?
I mean, like, yes and no.
Okay.
I mean,
do you drink?
I do, but not a lot.
Because when I first met you, it was like the 4th, and you were driving us all around.
Oh, that's right.
And you were like, I don't really drink.
Yeah. See,
I do a little bit.
I do a little bit. I'm like a social drinker. I just have always I've always been the designated driver, I feel like. And I like in music, I feel like it's so easy to kind of fall into that spiral.
Mm-hmm.
And when I drink before a show, like, I'm a mess. Like, it doesn't really matter how, like, it's like more than one beer and I'm just like a little kind of loose, and the looseness actually like harms the show. Like, I need to be so uptight and anxious and scared, and that when I go on stage, like, it's ready to go. Yeah.
You got to be uptight.
Yeah. I've like, I like on tour, they call me the one beer wonder, because I have my one beer. That's it. Yeah.
Before the show?
Like, I start the beer pretty much like when I get on stage. So I drink it while I'm on stage.
Oh, like throughout the set.
Yeah, throughout the set. Yeah. It's like, I think that's maybe like a nervous thing too, like that just habit of just like it, you know, between songs, you're like, oh, see.
Oh, something to kind of do.
Fun. Yeah. Got that kick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like alcohol. I like beer. I like to I like a nice glass of wine.
You like to cut loose.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like I could cut loose more. I'm like, I
really?
feel like
No, I think that sounds cool what you do. And I think you could keep doing it.
I just like, I think there's such a pressure though on like new society, and maybe it's always been there, but just like of this like time is of the essence, you know? Just like you have to like create content, you have to constantly be working on your craft, you know, make things better. Everything can be better, you know. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I'm always like working on stuff, and so I can't really do that if I'm like
absolutely
good, fucked up.
It's a good mentality.
So it's just frustrating, because then you have the counterbalance of like, well, when you sit down and relax, like when you have fun, you know,
can still have fun and relax without alcohol.
No, totally. I agree as well, but there is such a, you know, I think like there is such like a workaholic mindset where it's just like balancing out work and play, and like how do you know.
If you're a musician in the modern era, there's a lot of pressure to be like that, to always be on top of your game and putting stuff out or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, if you think about the Beatles, the amount of like albums they did in 7 years or however long they were together
7 years
is insane.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. You forget.
Like, they're putting out like these classic, you know, like masterpieces, like 2 a year, once every, you know, one, like constantly, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it used to be. So how is it? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it seems like it's like more chill now, because back then it was like even the output was even more.
Well, I'll tell you how to do it.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of.
I'll tell you how to do it. You work on the
like
weekdays.
You're saying, there's a lot of pressure for this stuff, but maybe it's just always been there since the days of since the Beatles era.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just a special case that.
Well, they must have had like, I'm sure they had a label telling them, it's like, hey, we need this record. Where's the record? You know, that's.
But you don't have that.
I don't have a label.
Why don't you just set aside Friday and Saturdays for relaxation time, or something like that, or Wednesdays or Tuesdays and Wednesdays, or something like that.
Yeah. That's kind of what I do. I'm actually like, this year has been like a big shift in kind of like, I feel like mental health and stuff, you know. I got really into like meditation and stuff, and which has been really helpful. And what else?
What kind of meditation?
A lot of Vipassana.
What's that one?
It's like a silent meditation.
It's different than TM?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. It's just like, you just sit there.
There's no mantra?
No. You just sit there in silence. Like,
do you start to see turtle shells?
But you're not saying a mantra silently in your mind, like TM.
There's no. It's like shutting off your brain kind of thing. But like, it's like really like getting deep into your senses and stuff.
How do you do it?
I mean, it's.
Did you take a class?
I did. So I did it's funny because I think it is pretty big in the tech world and in the like music world, but they do these like 10-day silent meditations, and there's all these different locations, and I did one recently, and you sit there and meditate for like something like 9 hours a day or something. Not in one sitting, but you know, over a day. They put you on the schedule, and you sit in silence. And there's not much more to it. You just focus on breathing, and through the breathing, you start to like then feel sensations and stuff, and it's pretty wild. I think it's like less like trippy and like I don't know how to explain it, but it's not so like
it's more about just
like in the stars kind of thing. I think it's like very simple.
Grounded.
You know what it is? It's like it's a tool. Grounded. It's a tool. It's a tool to check in with yourself and be like. I mean, they ask you to do it once in the morning, once at night for an hour. So 2 hours a day, which is kind of crazy, but it's kind of just check in and be like, oh, how was the day today? Like, how am I feeling? You know, and you kind of.
Are you thinking?
I mean, I think you naturally think. Okay, I think so your mind is always going to be like moving, and it's really just to stop your brain from thinking for a sec.
Yeah, you're trying to not think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so there's been that. I'm trying like.
It's funny you say this because there was something that happened on the last week's episode that, well, people can see this now. But when you guys left for the during the break in between, I kind of was sort of saying, wasn't I saying this stuff, Aaron? Saying I was just alone in the room here, and it was also it was darker than it is now actually, and I just was saying a lot of the same stuff just as a joke kind of, but. It was real too. Yeah. And anyway, it's just kind of funny. It was just last week. It was just.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, it's really good. Also, it's free, which is crazy. They feed you and they house you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's free?
Wait, what do you mean feed you and house you?
Like you go to this like facility and you just like, it's like you're allowed to leave at any time, but you really have to like, it's like a boot camp. It's like going to like an army boot camp.
Did you stay there?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who pays for it?
So it's all like nonprofit and it's all volunteer based. It's pretty crazy.
Where was it?
They have locations all over the states. I love that I'm like the spokesman right now. It's just.
But I'm just curious. Did you go out of state or did you drive far? Or was it
no, it was in
nearby?
California. Okay. It's in California. They have a location like near San Francisco, and then they have one in Joshua Tree, and I've done both of them.
Really? And did they give you clothes to wear?
No, you can. Mm-hmm. The only thing you bring are clothes and like toiletries.
Oh, toilet paper, in fact?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, yeah. They have toilet paper at this one, but yeah. But it's pretty nice.
Do you talk to anyone there?
So you're not. So the first day when you go in, you can talk to people, and then you kind of like when you wake up the next day, it's like silent. And then there's like 10 days, and then on the last day, everybody talks. That is the most.
Wait, on the last day?
On the last day, everybody talks, and that's like the most beautiful experience because you've been in a room. There's like 25 guys, 25 girls. They're segregated, and then on the last day, everybody comes together. And
are you looking at girls being like, I can't wait to talk to her?
It's
you guys are just like.
It's actually
it's like
crazy.
I just been wanting to say it, or this whole time.
Or maybe do you ever kind of make signals to people?
So there was a guy. This is pretty wild, and he's a musician.
Can't wait to talk to you.
This is pretty wild. So I always made this joke. I was like, how funny would that be if like you went on a first date to Vipassana? Like you met this girl and you're like, hey, you want to go to this thing Vipassana? It's really nice, and didn't really like give them an idea, and you just get there and they separate the men and the women, and then you have to be silent for 10 days. Like that was a first date. Well,
she's like, I get the hint. Okay, I'm not a great conversationalist.
Yeah, but no, lo and behold, there was a musician at this last one that I did, and it was him and his girlfriend. They've been dating for a month. And I started to think about it, and I was like, damn, your relationship is going to be so strong. The fact they both came out and were like, that was the best thing we ever did. And then they started traveling together.
Relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
A month long.
But that's that was like setting a
what does it do for you at the when it's said and done? Or when it's not said and done?
So it's learning a tool to like check in with yourself, I think. You know.
When it's not said and done.
That's
funny.
I've been actually doing it every day for now. What is it? It's been almost 3 months. I do it in the morning.
How many?
But I mean, after that week, and you're saying when you start.
Oh, how did you feel after that week?
When you finally get to talk to people, is it like a really wonderful cathartic experience?
Absolutely. Yeah.
10 days, right?
It's like 12 because there's like the introduction day and then there's like the leaving day kind of thing.
Hey, by the way, did you during that 10 days not speak at all anywhere?
So you can talk like. Okay.
Did you get on
like,
the phone?
If it was no, so no technology.
Okay,
no,
no
like
technology.
when I say like nothing but like
That'd be so weird if they let you have your phone. You're just like silently looking, scrolling.
or I thought maybe
the TikToks are like making noises, they're
or
like
that
popping
you
up.
you talk to people. Okay, I got to go be silent right now. I'll talk to you later. And then you go back to the main group and
Yeah, no. So it's a break from technology as well, and I think that's why a lot of the tech companies send their like employees there. Because the first one I did, it was a lot of like, oh, I work for Google, and oh, I work for Amazon, or I work for Intel, and yeah, which is really cool. I think it's great. And then what's wild is going back to your phone after that. It's really crazy. Like, sometimes you'll like watch TV and then I'll be like looking at your phone or like playing a video game on your Switch or something, and like that was so much stimulation coming back. Like, I tried doing something like that. I was watching a show and I was on my phone and hearing the audio from the TV and looking at my phone. I started like get really uncomfortable. I was like, I can't process all this at once, so it kind of restarts your brain a little bit,
Okay, and did you go full 10 days and both times with zero technology?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. And so that's interesting. No, and you didn't communicate at all with anybody. I mean, outside that.
No.
And then also you didn't.
You're not allowed to talk to
no
your peers.
emails.
Can you
even.
draw?
No. You can't write.
You don't do jack shit.
You're
Wait,
not allowed to bring a book.
What
You're
do
not
you
allowed.
do?
I'm not kidding. You either like stare at the ceiling, sleep, or you meditate. That's like that. Those are your options. I mean, and then you have lunchtime.
And you can't make faces at anybody.
No, it's such a serious thing. Like, I'm like you guys. Like, I do like to, like when I was there, I always, or like going in, I'm always like, I kind of want to get silly. But when you're there, it's like you don't want to ruin anybody's experience because it's like a very big deal.
Right.
Like I remember
everyone has serious faces too. No one's smiling.
No.
Really?
You actually, people are like crying sometimes because it's like I don't know, you're kind of like shedding whatever weight you have. Like I think it's great for people who are experiencing some sort of, life change or went through something traumatic. It's kind of like there to experience it because you're alone with your thoughts. So you kind of have to like, you don't have a choice to like run.
How is the food?
The food's good. It's vegetarian. It's all vegetarian. It's not filling.
There's cheese in it. They've got
Yeah.
cheese in it.
Yeah, he's got cheese in it. I remember actually that was one of the best meals. Was they had a mac and cheese that was really really good.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh really? So it was a good mac and cheese.
Yeah.
What was it? Craft level or?
No. It's
okay.
good. No, they have like so it's all.
No, I consider that good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The best mac and cheese is the shitty stuff from a box.
I think Kraft is good.
Have you guys ever seen that commercial for Kraft? It was back in the 90s. It was like the dinosaur. I forget his name. God, that was so
Barney?
good. What was it?
Barney.
No, not Barney. No.
What other dinosaur is there with a name?
So for a while, Kraft macaroni and cheese had like this Cheezosaurus Rex. That was his name.
Oh.
Do you remember that
I do
commercial?
feel like I know that.
It was like Cheezosaurus Rex, and it was like, what was it? When the cheese starts going, man, get your noodle going. You remember that?
No, I don't know that one.
Dude,
that
he was
good.
a rock and roll star. He was a rock and roll legend. I don't know if you've seen that video, but you can pull it up. Like it's good.
I can pull it up.
Cheezosaurus Rex.
Yeah, I got the song.
He was
right
a
here.
rock star.
Just turn this down here. Oh, hold up.
Yes.
It's crazy pandemonium inside the special moment. Cheezosaurus Rex. When the cheese starts going crack, get your noodle going.
Jesus, I can't believe I remember that.
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't hear the rock kind of sound to it when you were singing it. It almost sounded more kind of R&B or something when you were singing it.
I was doing like a Mary J. Blige
something, yeah. And then it kind of, I said, oh, that's what it was. There was that element too. Yeah, interesting. Well, okay. So
What about
Rockstar.
that? Wait, where were we?
Oh, you were talking about Kraft macaroni and cheese being the top of his game, and And then I remembered that. So I guess that we just totally
If you're going
went
on
off.
pure taste, I think when they make those homemade, like this is a homemade batch of mac and cheese with real cheese, it's not as good as the shitty,
As that powdered cheese.
powdered stuff from the box.
I
Yes or no,
love
true or false?
If I'm being honest, I like the
You like the real
Homemade
cheese?
stuff.
I like the mac and cheese you get at like a barbecue joint. That's the good mac and cheese.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
It's
the
like
top
thick.
that's like baked.
It's
yeah, it's really thick.
cool. I'm just really interested in this whole silent retreat thing because
Yeah.
you go 10 days without all you're doing is staring at walls.
Yeah, our ceilings. Yeah, I mean,
Do you walk
close
around?
your
Do you take
eyes.
hikes
Yeah.
and things?
Yeah, so they have like a little like walking area. It's pretty. I mean,
And you wear your normal clothes.
Yeah.
You don't wear a gown
You
or
don't-
something.
Yeah, no. You wear your normal clothes. It's
Gown.
not a
They
coat.
put you in like
it's
a
not
hospital gown.
No, not a hospital gown. I mean something more
Oh, like a
Like a-
coat, like robe or something.
a robe. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Wait,
None
So
of
they
that.
separate the guys and the gals.
Yeah. I actually like.
And where do you shower? Oh, sorry.
No, it's funny because
don't shower.
There is a shower.
Is
But
it
you said something about the girls thing, and
right in the center.
I like, it's funny saying this, but I just I noticed like when you're not around the other sex, and then you all meet, there is this like crazy kind of like sensation. Because I mean, look, where
get
we
horned
live,
up?
it's like. I don't know about that, but it's like we live in a time where it's like sex sells or whatever. It's like everything you see, there's like some girl serving it on a, or like, her boobs are hanging out or something. There's just so much stimulation.
Mm-hmm.
And so to be like just solo with a bunch of dudes and then like to go, I remember
It's like prison.
I just remember this moment of meeting with everybody, and it's like the first time they like served us. This was the first time I did it. And they served us like sugar, really, like the first time. This chef, this lady brought out cookies, and then she was this tall, red-haired girl, and she was like, I was sitting there just like, I'm just like processing everything, and she's like, here, like have a cookie, and I literally looked at her, I was like, oh my God, like marry me, oh my God, like a beautiful girl just brought me a cookie, like. It's a girl. Like I haven't seen one of those in so long, and so I remember just like it just I don't know, this like feeling of just like it's fun. I knew it was like more than just being like, wow, like a girl is here, because one of the counselors walked over and he's like, I remember when I first stepped out of my first meditation and saw like a girl, and I was like, oh, okay, so there is this like kind of vibe.
So you don't
that
even
we-
get to
Like,
see.
calm down, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Settle
don't
down.
even get to see the women during until the end.
Yeah, no.
You don't
Well,
even
there's like
You
in the
meditating, going like
meditation
that?
hall, there's like men are here and girls
Oh, yeah.
are here, and like, but you're not like. The thing is,
Can
it's
you
so like
spy? Are there any peepholes or anything
There's
like
no
that?
spying.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, no, but you can't see. You do see them from the distance a little bit. Women.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I swear, like, it's one of those things where it's
You're
like
not-
you walk in being
Right.
like, I'm gonna make fart noises, or like, you get there and you're like, dude, you're like, if I want to do that, I'll like leave.
Were you
Like,
bored ever?
Oh yeah. You look at clocks and you're just counting down the seconds, but it's like.
Jeez.
The days go by so slow, and you learn to like appreciate that. I mean, I can't like see, everybody's experience is so different, and I really couldn't describe it much more. I mean, it's just like it's a cool experience if you're ever looking to kind of like, get away from technology or get away from society or like process something that's deep, or I don't know. It's just learning a technique that is really helpful, and it's helped me out a lot.
I'm sure you want to move on, Doug, but I'm just really curious about the accommodations. What are the
Yes.
beds clean? I mean,
Yeah,
what are they like?
You sleep on like a mat or like a
mat?
It's like a bed. It's like a bed, but it's
Is
really
it
Do you
in
like
a-
all sleep in one big?
Is it a
like,
dorm?
That'd be fun, like a Brady Bunch.
Not
do you have your
bed,
own
but,
room?
like a big gymnasium like
Oh,
FEMA camp or something?
Yeah. Are
No.
you in your own room?
so
or not?
I believe every location is different. The last two I've done, I had like my own room, but I had a roommate. The first one I did, my roommate he was in the Marine Corps. The Navy. He was in the Navy.
And you guys don't talk to each other even.
It was so funny. He was like, on the first day you can talk because it was just introduction. And I remember he was like, oh, like, is it cool if I turn on the AC? I was like, sure. And then I didn't notice, but he set the AC to like 60 degrees, something. And so at night, I'm like freezing and we can't talk to each other. And I remember he was telling me the story. He's a big dude too. And he was telling me the story. He's like, dude, when I was living in Arizona, my roommates would always mess with the AC unit. And it'd get me so mad. I'd want to just like, you know, and I was like, oh, okay, I won't mess with the AC. So now I'm sitting there and it's like 60 degrees in this room and I'm freezing because the blanket's not like, you know, doing enough. But I was like, oh, I can't touch the AC. I don't want to like piss him off.
Oh, I would have just touched it and saw what happened.
Were you cold the whole week or just that first night?
He ended up going home.
Really?
He ended up going home, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
How many days in?
A lot of people go home.
They can't handle it.
It's hard. I mean, like I said, it's a boot camp. I mean, it's like it's really challenging on the mind. It's physically hard. You have to. It's like for meditation, like sit like this for like an hour. It's really your back starts to hurt.
Are the beds the mats? They're comfortable enough? No.
I don't know what to say. I mean, it does the job.
There bugs?
It does the job. No
bugs.
This isn't like prison. They're not trying to like get in your cell kind of thing.
Like
it's
prison
like this
to me.
like. No, it's really just designed to kind of. You know what it is? It's like what it would be like to be a monk for a week.
Yeah.
Or,
Monk for a week.
Monk for 10 days.
Monk for 10 days.
Yeah. What it'd be like for
10-day monk.
That should be a reality show.
Reality show.
Yeah.
10-day monk. And the bathroom accommodations is everything.
Everything's fine, Brent. Now with the accommodations,
he's like,
it's
now how
what are
clean
you
is
trying
the
to
bathroom?
You trying to like find something?
The water, reverse
he's gonna say
osmosis, or
it's fine, right? Accommodations were nice.
Oh my God, yeah, can't complain about anything.
All right.
But okay, not having seen women or whatever for 10 days, were you just thinking? Okay, I know that you described that one woman, but were you just thinking all women were just, oh my God, they're extra beautiful to you now?
No, I checked out, but I did talk to some people. One dude from Australia was so funny. He's like, did anybody have a boner like the whole time? That's what he said. And
I was going to ask that, by the way.
I was kind of blown away because I was like, damn, I didn't even think of that. Like that's I guess not where my head was.
Wait, he had a boner the whole time during the silent part? Or?
During the meditations, he said. Yeah.
Why is he getting a boner?
He's thinking about stuff.
Yeah, he's thinking about stuff.
Right.
I mean,
did you get a boner when you saw the women for the first time?
I don't think so.
What about the cookie lady?
Yeah, the cookie lady.
I'm serious though.
What about the Cookie Monster, right?
It's so sensitive at that point. You're thinking anything is just going to make you go pop easily.
Go blow.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Wait, do guys masturbate there?
No. Again, it's like it's a respect thing. I mean, you go into full like. It's like a boot camp in the sense where you just like there's no goofing around. Like if you want to goof around, you leave. They'll just ask you to leave.
Somebody must be jacking it a little bit in the bathroom, you know, right?
Maybe. I mean, the cool thing too is you kind of like set your discipline level. Like if you want to sneak your phone in there, I'm sure you can like go on your phone. They don't like knock down your door and say like, you know, somebody's using the Wi-Fi, you know.
But you fully committed to the whole experience.
I tried. I mean, I messed around a lot in the sense where there's like mandatory meditations and then there's like meditations you should do in your room and stuff. And I had just come off tour, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity to sleep. So I did a lot of sleeping. I did a lot of meditating, but I also did a lot of sleeping. Yeah. So I'd like, you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and I'd be like, but you don't have to go to the temple until like 6, or like the hall, whatever, where you do the big group meditations. So I would sometimes just be like, okay, I'm just going to kind of nap until like 5:55, set my alarm. You have like a little alarm clock, like the old school ones. Yeah.
That's still pretty early.
Oh yeah. No, you go to bed at like 9 p.m. or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's change the subject though. I'm
trying to change it. I'm just waiting for a moment to change it.
I love that he's like, just tell me, like reverse osmosis or alkaline water.
He's like a reporter that's trying to like get.
He wants the dirt. He wants the dirt on that.
And it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't want dirt. I just think it's interesting. I just want to. It sounds. Like
I can show you the website.
Experience.
I can send you the website. It's cool.
Sure, I'll take it.
So you are from L.A.
Yeah, born and
Santa
raised.
Monica.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, technically Pacific Palisades, but nobody knows where that is, and also it's changed so much.
I only know where that is because Mikey's from there.
Did you go to Palisades High School or
Mikey,
university?
who is now in Ojai?
Yeah, you know him?
Yeah. He's such a sweetheart.
But how do you know him?
I know. I think I know most of these people either through like working on Eric Andre or through.
You
James.
work on Eric Andre?
Yeah. I did season P. Yeah.
Season what?
Season P, season 3.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do on that?
That was honestly some of the like greatest moments of my life. I think like it was just so fun. Like it was so cool. That was my introduction to working in film.
What was your position?
I was a PA. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it was through Pat Reagan. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know Pat?
Totally random. This is wild. My friend Violet was, I think, like on a date with him, and she was like, "You're funny. You should come meet up with us." And I was like, "I don't know." And he was like, "Yeah, just talk to him." And we were just cracking jokes, and he was like, "Dude, we're looking for PAs. You want a job?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah!" Like I was a big fan of the first season, and so they're like, "Here, email this person." And I was like, "Okay," and I emailed them, and I get a call, and they say, "Yeah, just come in." And I was like, "You don't need to interview me or anything?" And they're like, "No." And then on the last, like on the wrap party, I went up to her and I said, "You interviewed all the other PAs. Like, how come you didn't interview me? That was so nice." And she said, "You had the dumbest email I'd ever seen. We knew you were perfect for the show." My email
is
is
it Floppy Just Butt Baby?
No, it's djfunkyfreshproductions@gmail.com. And I think that's so funny. Yeah, when I was in my first intro to music, I wanted to be a scratch DJ. I was like a huge fan of like Cut Chemist and DJ Shadow and DJ
Really?
Cuber. Yeah. And so I actually
Scratch Pickles?
Scratch Pickles? Oh, I'm not
What
familiar.
are they called?
Scratch
Pickles. They're part of that. You keep talking. I'm just kidding.
I actually
Invisible Scratch Pickles. That's what they're called.
I don't know.
Anyway.
No.
Another-
I remember, I think I was in the 5th grade or 6th grade. I saw DJ Shadow and Cut Chemist do all 45 set at the Hollywood Bowl. And that like changed my life. That was the coolest show I'd ever seen.
Were they scratching 45?
Yeah. They had 8 turntables and that's it.
Oh, wow.
And only 45s.
You're like 8 turntables and that's it.
Yeah.
So many turntables.
I know, but it was just crazy because there's no computers.
Yeah.
Or at least it seemed like that. They had little
Right.
chaos pads and things to do effects. It was really, really cool. And so I wanted to be a scratch DJ, and I was making beats for people and stuff. And then that kind of transitioned me into more like writing songs and stuff. But
Yeah, so how...
Yeah.
I guess that kind of answers the question. I'm
Yeah.
curious, like, yeah, so you want to be a DJ, and then like now, like you have a couple songs. You have one song with like 10 million plays on Spotify. How did that one? I'm curious. Did that one get on a show or something, or did that get any kind of special attention or something like that?
I think I like playlisted is what happened, is how it
Oh, okay.
started. But
it wasn't like on a soundtrack of a movie or something.
no.
Has that ever happened to you?
No. I had a song in like a trailer for like an indie film or something.
Well, that's something.
But yeah, that was cool. I don't really know, but it definitely was one of those moments. I'm sure like a lot of YouTubers could like say that moment of like, you know, your stuff is getting no plays, and then one day you start getting emails is like, "Hi, I'm this so-and-so label, like, can we sign you?" And you're like, "What the heck?" And then you check it and you're like, "Whoa, this has so many plays. What the hell just happened?" Like that's kind of like I put it out in 2016, and then I think it didn't pick up until 2018. It took like 2 years of like nothing to then just all of a sudden it was like, "Oh my gosh, like whoa." That
happens. You hear that with like classic songs, you know. I feel like I've heard that with songs, you know, that are now classics, like maybe from the 70s or something.
Yeah.
Where like
they're getting popular now.
Like even back then it like didn't catch on, and then some radio DJ back then like was like, "Actually, this is a great song," and then it catches on, but it turns out it's not like it just came out. It takes a few years for some people to figure that shit out.
Oh, totally. Did you see that Rodrigo documentary? Rodriguez?
Yeah, I saw that.
I think I did.
That's like
Searching for Sugar.
Searching for Sugar Man.
Yeah. That's kind of like that concept. I mean, he was huge, and they you know, his stuff didn't pick up at the time.
Well, I think he got big in another market he wasn't.
But that was still after.
That was many years later.
Yeah, still many years later.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, they'll say too. It's like, you know, sometimes when you release a song, it's just like not the right time for that song. It's like that's a great song, but it doesn't. Maybe it needs to come out. Maybe it's like too experimental for right now, or like maybe the genre is not hitting. Because you'll start to notice like certain genres like pop off at a certain time. You know.
My music is going to be popular in like 40 years when I'm long dead. It'll be like music gets really weird and bad. Like, this is the best of that style.
What do you describe your genre as?
I mean, I do different stuff, but it's like I don't really have a genre.
Because I get that question.
I mean,
a lot.
sometimes I do like little raps. Sometimes I do like dancey kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'd just say it's like experimental electronic sometimes. Yeah, what about you? I would just say indie.
See, indie is so broad.
hate
Like
that,
there's such a range. I always say like surfy, psych, folk, acoustic. That's kind of like my pocket. But I also feel like that's not, I don't know.
The song I was listening to, let me look it up here for a second. But it has this cool kind of sensitivity.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
is that a mellotron?
Mellotron? No, that's just like a Nord. It's like an organ. It's mimicking like a, I forget what it's called, but it's like what type of organ that it's doing.
Okay, I don't want to get in the weeds on these things, but
Yeah. But
how did you make that song? Did you do it yourself?
so actually everything that I've put out is just me. And
You do it all.
I do it all. The mixing and mastering is usually I'm not great at mixing and mastering.
Mixmaster Mike does it.
Exactly.
It'd be funny if he got into like mastering. He's like, well, my name is Miss Master Mike. I'm also like,
I'm fit for the job.
right. The name is there.
Master P.
I like growing up. I kind of had this idea where it's like if I can't play it, I can't record it. Like I want it to be all me. Like if I want something done, I got to do it myself. Because in high school, I just kept having these ideas, but I couldn't get the people together and I couldn't get things right. And so I was very much like, I'll figure this out on my own. And so Warrington really started as I wanted to do no computers. Like there's no fake instruments. There's no like everything's played live. So everything you hear is like all played live. There's no MIDI. There's no. I mean, I chop things up in like Logic and stuff, but everything's just recorded directly. People sometimes ask me, they're like, "Oh, your stuff is so well mixed or such cool effects," and it's like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm learning as I go, and I'm just having fun with it.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
When you tour, though, you have band.
Yeah, I have
you have a band that plays different parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you yell at them. You're like, you didn't fucking do it right.
No, it's
you stop a song midway. You go, you yell at a band member and make them really look bad a lot.
Exactly.
You do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I grab them by the shirt.
Do you ever make them?
Tell them what you
If
did.
they don't do a good job, you have to send them to the silent boot camp for 10-20 days.
Yeah, I say, you know what? One more strike and you're going straight to Vipassana.
Yeah. But don't worry, you're gonna get some nice macaroni.
If you don't play the right note, you're gonna play no notes.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So, I mean, you don't. Today you said you worked on a construction job.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
So you can't. You're not really like a musician. You're not making enough income from it. You don't have to take a construction job.
Like.
I mean,
It's
you should
funny,
be. You should be.
I always
I'm
say.
Just saying, I'm just curious. Like, what did you do? Were you pouring a cement?
Were you catcalling and stuff? Were you kind of whistling at women going by?
I stand on the scaffolding board and I just when people walk by.
Hey, Jets.
No, I like to stay. It's
Toots.
like
Toots.
I just am like I'm like a hustler. Like I'm a doer. Like I really like physical labor. Like I feel like I haven't done enough if like I make money for something that seems like that was work. Like I had such fun doing that,
It's as if that caffeine hasn't worn off yet from when you were 19 or 18, 19.
Well,
I
naturally have a lot of energy. Like I love to dance and play around, run and do God knows what, skateboard, garden. So I mean, I just like I'll really take any job. In some sense, like I used to drive for Lyft. Like to be honest, the music does cover me for most things. It's just
you just want to keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, I just have a lot of ideas, and it's nice to just I don't know how to say this like without. Because I
feel like you could be using this. You could be being more productive. You have more extra energy. Might as well use it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I like these kind of jobs, and I also learn a lot. Drove for Lyft. So I own a van that I tour in, and when I'm not touring, it's like, oh, if anybody needs a mover, like I'll help you move. I just like problem solving. I'm not the best at it. We have friends who are way better at problem solving than I am, but I just like being a part of it and learning and working with my hands. So this job it's just like, it's pretty easy. It's just like they're working on a duplex, and they're a little bit behind schedule, and so I'm just coming in to kind of like help with things, and they're like, I'm learning as I go, and so I've like installed a sink, I've like installed cabinets. We just brought in a washer and dryer and hooked that up today. So it's just like,
I want to know how to
things,
do all
but-
that stuff.
Right. I think it's always cool to understand how things work and like why we do certain things and how, just
I'm
how.
the same way. I mean, I like to, like, I had all these extra bags of concrete laying around. Like this guy came to pour in I built a shed, and me and my friends put the shed together, but I needed like a level foundation. And I figured I'm going to hire someone I've poured concrete before. Anyway, long story short, I hired a guy to do that because I was too busy and I wanted it to be done right. So he bought way too many bags of concrete. So I had these like 8 bags of concrete laying around, and I needed my backyard is like a lot of dirt, and I wanted to make some pavers, just like little stepping stones.
Yeah.
So I bought this big like drip pan for a water heater. I wanted to make big circular. So I just kind of figured it out. I went to Home Depot. I found something that I could like. So I made these stepping stones out of the concrete, and some of them like I didn't mix it quite right, and they're kind of crumbly and crappy, and some of them like are perfect. And my mom, she was over like a few weeks ago, and she was like, "These look bad. You got to get rid of these and hire someone to put in brick and redo it and everything." And she's kind of right. It did kind of look crappy, but I liked just trying to do it and like making the mistake, and like next time I do it, you know what I mean? I even though
You learn from
I
your
should
mistakes.
hire someone to do it right, but I kind of like just trying to figure out how to work with concrete, even if it doesn't work out. At least I just want to try to make it. I like to learn. I don't want to like hire everyone to do everything. I want to like know.
Well, there's something so
And I want to
satisfying,
Yeah, and like if someone's working on my car or doing that, I almost want to be like, can I pay you more to like watch you do it and learn myself?
Yeah. Show me what
'Cause I
was
wanna
wrong
know.
with it. Yeah.
Because sometimes I fix little things in the car, like I fix my window, I replace the motor, and I've done little things like that, and it's just so satisfying to be like, I'd rather have
like,
a
I did
crappy
that.
stepping stone that I kind of made myself, and just kind of take pride in it.
Exactly.
A little bit. I don't know what my point is, but my point is like, I want to like, I would love to like learn, like, can you put in a sink? You can?
So I don't know how to do it into like a marble countertop, but wood, I figured it out.
Huh. Yeah, I like figuring that stuff out.
Yeah. It's all, a lot of it is having the right tools too.
Totally.
It's like with cooking with most arts, I think it's just like having a tool. You're like, oh, that makes sense. You have a jigsaw that like goes through this kind of wood, this kind of material. Not like you get a handsaw and you're like, I'll figure it out, or just like you just only have a drill. Things start to like really click when you have the right tools.
Yeah, my car, the check engine came on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know what am I supposed to do with this? I guess I got to take it to the mechanic, which I did. But my friend's like, I got this little tool. And each car has like a little port. It's almost like a printer port.
Yeah.
I guess I've seen it before, but I thought that's something only mechanics know, but you can buy this tool and it's not even that expensive. And we plugged it in and like a code came up, and I looked up the code and it was like, oh, cylinder 3 has a misfire. So like, now I know it's not just check engine. Like, now I kind of like know what's wrong.
Yeah.
So to your point, it was like, there's this tool for that I didn't know that you can just buy, and they're not even that expensive. They're like $20 or something.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of people who don't want to know these things. They're just like, just fix. Here, I'll just give you money. You just fix my car. I don't care what's wrong with it. Just like, please don't. It better not be expensive.
I'm on that. I do like to do that too, because I bog myself down with like all these things I want to do,
Right.
and then I kind of
overwhelmed.
don't do anything. Not don't do anything, but then all this other stuff that I should be doing kind of gets pushed to the wayside because I'm like, I just bought a sewing machine and I want to play around with that.
Do you guys find that?
So I kind of get too scatterbrained or something.
Do you find though, like when do you have the time to learn a new craft? Like with sewing, like when are you gonna sit down and learn to sew?
I've already done
During the quarantine?
I mean, that was one interesting thing about quarantine is like I think a lot of people sat down and maybe found a new craft or tried something they've never done before or was like, you know what, I am going to pick up that violin that's been in my closet for a year that I never really gave attention to.
Yeah.
You know, it was like an opportunity to kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm ready for
back.
another quarantine because I want to get better at my sewing machine.
Yeah.
I learned how to read a little bit of Japanese
Yeah?
during the quarantine, katakana and hiragana, but I was more interested in katakana because, well, anyway, it's not that interesting for everyone else, but I'll just
I
leave
think
it at
that's
that.
cool. Do you speak?
No, not. I don't. It's just purely just so I could read and just read certain things.
Do you read
Yeah.
manga?
No, I play old video games from Japan though. So
Are you a big gamer?
old video games,
Oh, what? Oh, like Sega Genesis kind of thing?
Genesis
N64?
and back. Yeah, Genesis,
Okay.
Super Nintendo, and back.
Is N64 too new?
That's
Yeah.
modern for me. Yeah.
That's modern for
That's
you.
contemporary
Whoa.
for me.
Wow. That's really
no,
cool.
yeah, no, but that's yeah. So everything kind of before that era. Yeah.
You game?
I do game. I do like to game, yeah.
What do you game? Switch?
Switch, PS4, GameCube.
There are
That's-
new games that come out every now and then that
Yeah.
have an older style to them, and I like those.
Like the indie games kind of thing?
Yeah. I do
Those
like
indie games are really cool, like
Yeah.
on the Switch.
Yeah. No, there's
Some cool
some
stuff.
cool stuff that comes out.
Do
But-
you play, Doug?
Not, he plays
Um,
phone stuff.
I have like
I see him on the
like
airplane.
words with
He's on
I
the
have a game on
airplane.
my phone to pass the time sometimes.
He plays card
Yeah.
games on his phone, all kinds of stuff. I've seen him.
I don't play card games. I have a pool game I play.
I know card. I said car games. Car.
Oh,
He has
a
vehicles.
I
racing.
bought it for that trip, but I deleted it. That game sucked.
He's over there on the plane. I'm over there just sitting there, kind of just being.
He's just sitting there staring.
And then I start seeing him. He starts playing his games. I said, "Oh, okay." And he plays word games too. He does.
Yeah, I think that's
I do
very
Wordle
in.
every day. I like that. It's just a one and done.
I started doing that Wordle. You can play it on a web browser.
What is Wordle? I've never like opened it. I don't know. I know
it's
it's
a
like
5-letter word, and you have to solve it, kind of like Hangman style, where you
get six tries.
You type a 5-letter word, and it'll show you if you have one of the right letters, and
Yeah.
if it's in the right place, it's green. And if it's not in the right place, it'd be like orange or something. So then you just kind of figure out what.
there's
the
only
word-
one a day?
Yeah. It's the
That's
New York.
cool.
But
New York
there's all
Times.
these
It's on the New York
these
Times.
copycat ones where you can probably play similar games like that.
Well, there's a one I do like. So I played a Wordle, and I found it to be it's easy. I've never lost it, and I've played about 50 of them, and
I lost it once.
It's always the same words that I'll try. I'll always use the word stare in the beginning, as I feel like that uses the most common letters. And
See, I don't do that. I just whatever words on top of my mind, I just slap it in.
well, that might be a more exciting way to play it. I think. But,
I'm more exciting.
so, but anyway, the game I like. There's a game called Worldle, okay, and it'll show you a country, just the country, the shape of the country, and you have to guess what the country is. And
Worldle. Okay.
Worldle, and you put in the country name, and then if you're wrong, it will say how close you are, basically, in what direction you need to go, and how many miles or kilometers, if you want to use kilometers, it'll tell you what direction to go and how close you are, and it'll give you a percentage too to kind of tell you how close you are as well. And that's cool. And it's the same thing. You have 6 guesses, and that's fun to do if you like geography.
Your geography must be like top notch now.
Well, it was okay because I made it a point to memorize all the countries at one point, but I don't have it all memorized now, but I still have a pretty good idea of where stuff is, and so it is fun to play if you know the world map pretty well.
Yeah.
So give it a shot sometime. You might like it.
I play a game called Quordle, where there's 4. It's 4 up. It's 4 Wordles at once. So there's 4 different words, and I think you have more tries than 6. But you have to solve all 4.
Huh.
Mm.
What
Anyway,
about
who cares?
chortle?
How long have we been going, Aaron?
We were just about an hour.
Okay.
What about chortle?
What's that?
Rabbit.
Well, it's
Do you laugh?
this game where you go to the United Kingdom and you kind of look at what's happening at different venues and stuff like that, and different news items and stuff. Chortle.
I don't get it.
It's a chortle. It's a UK publication.
That means to laugh.
Oh, it is, but they also have a website, chortle.
Huh.
How about snortle?
Yo, there is a game called Chortle, dude.
Oh, really?
There's a game. Interesting.
What's the thing called when the penis is wider than
It's like Wordle with chords.
With chords?
Yeah.
Oh, chordle.
Yeah, chordle, but it's spelled like, CHORDLE. Anyway,
Oh, how does that go?
you gotta.
That sounds fun.
I like Snortle.
Well, snortle is.
Snortle.
I don't know.
Oh, they tell. Oh, so it's to help with like perfect pitch. Like you hear a note and you have
It's
to
not
tell
a
me.
chord.
Wait, do this. This is kind of fun. Let's do it right now.
Like we have to figure out what chord that is.
I don't know how to read. I don't want to have to figure this out while we're doing this.
Okay, we'll do it. It sounds
confused.
good one day. For
One day.
One day,
we'll
I'm
figure
going to
it
go
out.
home and check that out.
Yeah, you'd be into it.
Okay, now, how about some other kind of ordle type stuff? What's the name of that thing that's called? Oh, it's a chode. Now, okay, I was thinking about when a penis is wider than it is long or whatever. I guess it's a chode, but what about something called chodle?
Uh-huh.
What would you have to do?
Well, you got to guess.
That's our time, folks.
You got to guess whose penis it is or something. I don't know. I mean,
Guess who's penis?
or something like that. Remember that one game we were going to have in that thing where you show the penis and you have to guess who it belongs to?
Oh yeah. We did do that. It was like
But you must
for this
have had
pilot we made. It was like a girl saw a dick pic, and there was like a row of guys, and it was like, which one do you think has
Oh my
that dick?
God.
It was kind of a good idea.
That's
That
kind
was
of
wild. Did she guess it?
No, she didn't get it because our friend Zed, it was his penis. And he
wasn't even
he's
there.
kind of got a nice ween, but he's kind of smaller.
Yeah,
so
got it.
She's probably thinking it's like the tall, hunky guy, but it's
Yeah.
actually Zed. He's hunk. He's a hunk. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, you wouldn't expect it maybe to be his ween.
his ween.
Speaking of Ween, do you guys listen to Ween?
I mean, ween's cool.
I never got into Ween, but
I mean,
everyone
there's that
thinks
song.
I'm kind of a Ween guy, but I do like some of their music, but I never was like a Ween fan back.
I don't really
back-
know a ton of songs, but there's that one famous song, "The Push to the Daisies," whatever. This is called Daisies, maybe.
No, you're right. Push
That's
the
their
Days.
first.
But
No, but
that's
they have
like
better.
that's old school. That's like that's like early stuff.
They got
That's
better
early.
stuff.
Oh, really? I saw them live actually one year at the
They're great.
Outside Lands Festival. Actually, maybe I was there with you. I don't know.
I don't remember seeing Ween. Well, let's go. So we're gonna wrap it up, the main part of the show, but
Okay.
then we do like a bonus half hour.
Cool.
Do you want to stick around for that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
And then we could solve a few problems.
We'll go darker
we'll send
too.
them in.
We'll
Yeah,
go
let's
darker
go
after
darker.
dark. Yeah,
Yeah, we go
I think
dark.
we can turn off
After
even those
dark.
lights too. I think.
Oh yeah.
You want to go dark? Her?
Well, where can people? You want to plug? Just anything you would need to plug?
Not really putting out anything. I like on the topic of like apps and stuff. My mom actually created an iPhone app over quarantine.
Oh, did?
So I'll plug that then.
What's that?
Do you have like interesting parents?
I do.
Let's
do.
get-
Because
we'll
they
get-
named their child Warner,
Yeah, my brother's Parker.
Parker and Warner.
Parker and Warner.
So
We're the Warner
which are
Brothers.
both brothers? Which are both names that are followed by brothers. Warner Brothers and Parker Brothers.
Yeah.
Is there some?
Yeah,
such
Parker
things?
Brothers is
They
makes
make
games.
the board
They make
game.
board
They
games.
publish board
Oh,
games.
do they? Oh,
Oh,
I didn't know that.
oh,
You didn't know that
Classic.
you're named after different brothers?
You're named after different
And your brothers.
Yeah, and we're brothers.
And your brothers.
Yeah.
Warner
Do you have a
Brothers.
sister?
No,
That-
I always wanted one though.
Just one other sibling. That's it.
Just one other.
What does your
sibling.
brother
Older,
That's
do?
funny.
older brother who works in tech. He lives in London.
Okay, hold on. Let's
Ooh.
get into all that. Let's finish this episode and get in. I want to know about your parents and your brother,
Okay.
Parker Brothers.
Parker.
That's interesting. Parker Brothers and Warner Brothers. That's interesting. I wonder if your parents thought that.
I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. My parents. So my first name is Alan, and my dad always tells me he wanted to name me Alvin, and I found out it was because of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so your middle name is Warner?
My middle name is Warner, yeah.
How about
But
that?
I go by Warner. Like, the only time I've ever been called Alan is, like, medical documents or, like, in school. But I always tell them, I'm like, I go by Warner. That's
Interesting. And is your brother's first name Simon or Theodore or what?
yeah. No, it's Robert. He's named after my grandpa.
That'd be funny if they.
That'd be really funny. And my
It's like
parents are waiting for
brothers,
another
and
kid.
then the chipmunk says for the first name.
Right. But actually, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be, it would be something like Simon. It'd be kind of like Sime. Because it's not Alvin, it was Alan. So then
Yeah.
what would be,
Okay.
yeah, or something like
Yeah.
that. Anyway, well, let's wrap it up. And then I want to talk about these people in your life. you
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
So check out Warren 10 on your music apps.
Yeah. Spotify.
YouTube,
get him another-
YouTube, Spotify.
Bandcamp, SoundCloud.
Let's get him another 10 million listens on Spotify.
Yeah, let's get
Oh,
10
that's
more
good.
million.
10 more million.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say?
I'm playing South by, but I think this will be out like while I'm in Texas. Right?
When
does
are you
come out?
playing there?
Next week.
What day?
Friday.
Oh, this comes out Friday.
This comes out
Yeah.
Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
And
come see
actually
me tonight.
For our
It'll come out
Patreon, get it a few days before that too. So.
Oh, okay.
So it'll come, yeah, but it'll be out
That's
at midnight
exciting.
So yeah, they will hear it in the morning.
So
yeah.
go
So-
get to Austin immediately and check out Warner.
I'll be there.
At
Hotel
where?
Vegas.
What's the place called?
Hotel Vegas.
Hotel Vegas.
Yeah.
Hotel Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how we do it. Check it out.
Check it out. Anything else? Would they say thank you to the team?
We'd like to say thank you to our Poundcast team, Jack Birch, L.Bircho on social media, Jackie Montana, and Chloe Bonilla. Thank you to them.
And thank you to Aaron Bruntgart, our producer.
He's back behind the boards. If you want to keep listening to the show, simply support us because this is a listener-supported show. Go to patreon.com/poundcast and sign up, and you will not regret it. And check out Louisville Vegan Foods, Louisville Vegan Jerky. LouisvilleVeganFoods.com. Use the code word Poundcast for 20% off. And let's go after dark. Peace.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent are talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends, and Doug and Brent talking on the